And with that introduction, we bring in Jeff Brohm, who joins us now on the phone. Jeff, what was the message you gave when you met with your players at Purdue? What was the first thing you said to them?
Well, I think anytime a new coach comes in, there's some uncertainty and some uneasiness amongst the players. Not for sure what's going to come about. But I wanted to let those guys know that, hey, I'm ready for this challenge that's ahead of us. And I know there's going to be some relationships that need to be dealt with and built. And I'm going to spend all my time making sure that I do that the right way. But what I want to do is come in and provide these guys with an opportunity to achieve success, to try to become a winning football team, to try to do things the right way. And I think if we, basically make it a daily process of getting better, learning how to compete, learning how to find ways to win. If we all put in the extra time and we work together, and if we somehow not only find a way to work extremely hard but have fun doing it, which I think you can do, then normally good things will eventually happen. And I'm basically here to provide that for our football team.
What made Purdue stand out as the right place for you?
Well, I think there were a lot of reasons. Without question, one of them was the challenge. I think there's a challenge of trying to help this program and university and town get back to achieving success on the football field, to, not only doing that, but trying to find a way to make it exciting and fun to watch and fun for our players to play in. And I think that, I was fortunate enough to win 2 conference championships in a row, and I think I felt good about leaving Western Kentucky, that they were in a good situation with good players and good young players. And to be able to experience, a university that is hungry for success, that wants to find a way to win, is going to be a great challenge. And I think playing in a tremendous conference like the Big Ten against some outstanding football team and coaches. But basically, I think when you come in with a hungry football team, a group of guys that want to do well, they're looking to have success, but have a chip on their shoulder, those are the guys I like to work with. And I think that if we all come together and we work extremely hard, and like I said, all do our part and do whatever we can to find a way to win, I think we can get it done.
The casual fan who might not know a ton about you knows at least you have an exciting, high-scoring offense. What's the key? Why is your offense so effective?
Well, I think I've been lucky enough and blessed enough to play the position of quarterback in college and the NFL, to play for a lot of great football teams, a lot of tremendous coaches, a lot of outstanding players, Pro Bowl players. And normally when you're like me and you're getting cut by a lot of teams and you're trying to find ways to make the next one, you go the extra mile and you listen and you do extra things to learn and to give yourself a chance. And then, after my playing career, I got a chance to coach with a lot of great coaches and be around a lot of different teams. So you kind of take what you learn from each of those. And when I got my chance to be a head coach, I said, okay, it's time to put my stamp on it and be creative and do things that I think are outside the box. And I think that's what we're going to do in the game of football, but definitely on offense, but even on both sides of the ball. We want to be, I think, outside the box. We want to study other teams and be creative and find ways to win and not just do what everyone else does. And I think sometimes when you're not scared to take chances and to go for things, normally good things happen. At least that's been my experience, and we're definitely going to be very aggressive in everything we do.
Let me talk to you specifically about recruiting. What is the key to recruiting specifically at Purdue?
Well, I think at Purdue, first off, the main things you have to do everywhere is you've got to be able to evaluate talent and spend the time doing it as a staff and make good decisions. And then you've got to develop the relationship. That's not only with the players, but with the high school coaches, with their parents. And those things you have to do. It's not just going to happen. You just can't come in and say, oh, we're Purdue, here's a scholarship. No, you have to do all those things. And then if you're committed to doing that, then you have to have a plan. And I think our plan is, everyone's is different, but we're going to recruit in-state. We're going to recruit a 3-hour radius of Purdue University. Make sure that we're in all those high schools. We're getting to know the guys. We're building relationships. We're finding out everything we can about them, about their character, what they're about. Do they like football? Do they like competing? And really dive into that. I think from there, then you have to have a niche of where you want to go. I think we got to make sure we're going south. We're going down into Florida, into Georgia, and Alabama, down into Texas. Certain areas we definitely have to hit. And then wherever our assistant coaches have connections, then we have our secondary areas, and we're on top of that. But you definitely have to really recruit the state and get some guys that have pride in the program. It means something to them. Their families were somehow involved. They want to go the extra mile to help turn it around. But we're going to definitely do all those things and You just got to spend the time, and you've got to put the effort into it.
Before we let you go, I don't know how many folks are quite aware that Purdue isn't getting a head coach. They're getting a head coach and a half. I'm told that there's a young fella named Brady who looks like you, who talks like you, who comes to game days dressed like you. What do we need to know about this young fella?
Well, this young fella's 12 years old, and we call him the Get Back Coach. And, yes, he's going to be at every meeting, and he's going to be on the sideline. And trust me, I'm going to warn him to scoot back as much as I can. Every game, not only do I have to make sure I don't get on the referees and say bad words, I got to remind my son to make sure he doesn't get on the referees and say bad words. But he's into the game. You know what? Our players like having him around. They know that he likes to win as much as anybody. He's going to have some passion about the game and get excited about it. He's going to get on me when I do bad things and when we lose, and he's fun to have around. And I think anytime you can get your kids involved and they can be a part of it, it's not only special for you, but it's special for the players to see that. And it'll be a family atmosphere. But he does a great job. He's very opinionated, and I got to make sure all the main decisions go through him.
We can't wait to see him there in West Lafayette. Jeff, congrats on the job. Thanks for your time.
Okay, thanks for having me, guys.